What's going on, boys? JoyCon James here, and if you're watching this video you probably already are a JoyCon boy. However, like myself, there are still many more things you can actually do in the community to become a better person and to help the JoyConBoyz community thrive. So I'm going to be sharing with you today 5 ways in which you can interact with the community better and how to share more of Etikon's content and just feel more alive in the community. So let's just get right into it. Okay, so number 1 is listening to Etikon's music, streams, and obviously the songs that have been made for him. Now, obviously, a lot of you will probably know of Etikon's album he wrote back in the day, Written in Ice. You can always listen to that. That's something I like to keep on in the background.
Yeah. White tee, everyday clean, day and night. See, kidnap your girl, make a movie, call me Spike. Keep myself high in the sky like a kite. Ladies wanna bite me, I make money nightly, strapped like a Viking. Cause even when I'm hiking, ice me, know that the name means I'm ice.
There's also a playlist of all of Etikon's stream music. I love a lot of them. I'll leave a link to that in the description as well. And finally, there's actually the Etikon/JoyConBoy songs that, you know, you've probably heard already. The Joy-Con Anthem, the JoyConBoys for Life song, both on my channel. And there's a few others as well. So I'm just going to link a bunch in the description. Everything I cover in this video will be in the description. So please do go check it out. And yeah, that's step 1. On to step 2. Okay, so another way you can be closer with the community is actually to own JoyConBoyz Clothing. Now, for example, this Etikette hat I've got here, I got from the Etikon World Network website, which is where they sell official Etikon merch, and all the proceeds go to NAMI, so everything you buy goes to charity. This hat I got a few months ago, you see me wearing it in almost all my videos, and the money all goes to charity. So if you want to wear clothing to do with Etikon and JoyConBoyz and support charity, that's your place to go. If you want to spend a bit more cash, then there's always the Top Gun purple bomber jacket, another classic. Etikon wore it all the time. We brought it back here on this channel, and the proceeds from that also go to charity. So 2 different ways to spend money, to own clothing that Etikon wore, and to give back to charity. On to the next one. Now this one's kind of obvious, I probably should have mentioned it first, but to be a JoyCon boy, you need to actually be a fan of Etikon's, or at least own a Switch. You know, you can't be a JoyCon boy if you don't at least own 1 or 2 Joy-Cons. So even if you don't have the money to afford a Switch, which is fair enough, as long as you have been a fan of Etikon's content, then you will always be seen as a JoyCon boy. That's like the bare minimum requirement. Anyone can be a JoyCon boy. I'm not telling you can't be a JoyCon boy if you can't afford a Switch. Anyone who's a fan of Etikon's, who's been in this community, and if you own a Switch, that's a bonus, is a JoyCon boy. Now, if you want to go one step further, you could pick up yourself a pair of Etikons, which were a very nice pair of custom Joy-Cons made for Etikon's legacy, and the proceeds from them also go to charity. So I'm not sure if they're available at the minute, but if they are, I will leave the link in the description. Next step. So another thing you can actually do is share and interact and create your own JoyConBoyz and Etikon content. Sharing, making, and creating your own Etikon and JoyConBoyz, you know, artwork, submissions, music, any kind of content, fan stuff, is one of the most key factors here in keeping his memory alive. Doing that is already going to bring you closer to the community. It's a way for you to express your love for Etikon. There's so many things I've done out of love for Etikon that I wish that I'd done or had been able to do when he was still around, and I regret not being able to show him, like the purple jacket. Can you imagine how amazing it would have been to like meet Etikon wearing that jacket and bringing it back for everyone? Top Gun are now working to make a JoyConBoyz hoodie. That's an example of something I personally have done to honour his memory and to bring the community closer. So obviously you don't have to do something on that big of a scale, but that's just an example of one thing I've done. There's many other things that you can do. It doesn't matter what it is, whether it's something small, big, whatever. Just do something like that to bring yourself closer in this community. And the final thing you can do to be a true JoyCon boy is to just keep Etikon's memory alive and keep the community thriving. This kind of links to the last point I just made, but in more depth, I just want to cover the fact that this community needs to stay alive. It was kind of dying. It was very toxic. People chucking around Etikon's name, accusing them, you killed Etikon, So the last point is just to keep his memory alive. So by doing all of the previous 4 points plus your own thing, you are keeping this community alive. That, in my opinion, is the most important point, and it is the one that costs nothing to do. So it is the most accessible to all of you. There's not really any excuse. Just keep his memory alive. That's all I want. And yeah, that was your 5 ways to be a true JoyCon boy. Thank you all for watching. I know most of you do these anyway, but this is sort of like a, you know, a booster or just some guides, or, you know, for example, I know someone was asking me recently, I want to listen to a lot of Etikon's old music. Where can I find it? So this video will hopefully help them out. So as I said, links to everything I've mentioned will be in the description. Thank you all for watching, and remember to have yourselves a damn good one.